So I had a friend, actually a coworker who's kind of a friend, start asking me about life coaching and things like that, which I am not. I just told her that I'm always happy to listen to people and help them and things like that. And the stages that I've gone through, I'm willing to share, and may not work for everybody, but it's just something that I'm willing to put out there. But she asked me um, if I had any advice, and among some other things that I won't really put in that aren't really prevalent. Um, I did I did mention that every day you should challenge yourself rather than be challenged, and there's a difference in my estimation. Being challenged is the external forces that society provides that we have to overcome at times. Getting up to go to work, getting up to go to school, getting your kids ready, things that you'll deal with as far as like neighbors, spouses, coworkers, anything along those lines. Those are challenges from the outside. What are you doing within to challenge yourself? And with that, let that challenge from self bring enjoyment. Because a lot of times the external challenges are challenges in the sense that we don't necessarily always appreciate, and it's more of a we have to overcome it, whereas a challenge from within is something that we can really delve into, like a good book, or taking a class. For some, it's getting up and having to go to school is the challenge. For others, going back to school is a different sort of challenge that you put upon yourself because you know there's a self fulfillment to it. Now, I'm not saying that going to work doesn't have a self fulfillment, but I think if we're honest with ourselves, most of us know that we go to work because we need the money to pay bills. And a lot of us don't necessarily say, like, this is the first thing I would do if I had free time and money to pay my bills. I wouldn't be a cash register, a teacher, a police officer, you name it. It could be a variety of employments or careers that people would opt to say, I'm not going to do that if I don't have to because I have money coming in. So, what are the challenges that we can embark upon ourselves? And I know that we don't always have the time to do it, but again, if we're talking just exercising for weight loss, some people would look into that and say, I need to take that challenge upon myself. I've been neglecting my health for far too long. This is something that I need to look into. Kicking habits and addictions, and it does not necessarily always have to mean drugs. It can, again, it could have to do with eating, it could have to do with drinking, cigarettes, and for unfortunately a large population, addiction to porn is a thing now. I shouldn't say is a thing now, but it's something that is coming to light. So we have a multitude of things that we can look upon and say this is something that is going to bring me a personal satisfaction because it's something that I put upon myself to seek out and challenge myself with and overcome, rather than say, my alarm went off, I have to get up and go someplace, otherwise there's a consequence for not doing it. There's always a consequence, I suppose, for not doing something. I'm kind of waffling here, but I want to illustrate that there's differences. The consequence in not finishing the book that you wanted won't get you evicted, or the consequence of not helping your children with their homework doesn't come with a heavier cost. But once you finish it, that reward can sometimes be just as great, if not greater, because it's something you got to do for yourself aside from all of the things that life has already set in front of us as challenges. So I hope this makes sense and I hope it helps. And I hope all is well. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.